One of my most favoritist parts of the Lunduke Journal is our weird themed weeks we do. We do weeks around DOS and 8-bit computing and PDAs and BSD, and we get to spend Plan 9 week was nuts. We get to spend a week focusing a little extra on some aspect of computing that maybe we don't normally get to focus on. You know what I mean? Like, how often do you get to say, I'm going to spend this week in DOS? Okay, maybe maybe more than a normal percentage of us that are watching this would, but for the most part we don't normally get to. And one of the all-time favorite weeks that we've ever done was Command Line Week, a week where we just focus on whether it's stuff in a Linux bash shell or your whatever weird shell is on Mac OS 10 or Windows PowerShell even, or heck, even DOS. Anything command line, terminal, text-based shell is good to go all week long. And people last time made lists of cool command line utilities that most people hadn't even heard of before, and web browsing in the terminal and playing games in the terminal, and we did so much good stuff that we just need to do it again. I put out a poll and I'm like, hey guys, what themed week do you want more than any other? And overwhelmingly, the number one choice was Command Line Week Part 2. Everyone just didn't get enough the first time we did it, well over a year ago. So we're doing it again, starting today, this very moment, which is Wednesday, February 28th, and running through Wednesday, March 6th. We're going to do Command Line Week Part 2. And what are we going to do in Command Line Week Part 2? Well, we're all going to hang out over on lunduke.locals.com. Get the link at lunduke.com, or just go to lunduke.locals.com. And we're going to talk about command line stuff. Tips and tricks for running things inside of a terminal, showing off screenshots and videos and anecdotes about it, telling people about applications that run in modern terminals that you may not have even heard of before. I've got a bunch of things that I'm going to be focusing on, including some development tools that I think maybe kind of get overlooked inside of a terminal, some games in the terminal. I've talked about some of my favorite command line games in the past. I've got more now, so we're going to be looking at that, and it's just going to be all over the map. I mean, we're talking Linux, Mac, Windows, DOS, any sort of Unix. Like, there's so many different ways to celebrate Command Line Week. There's no one way for me to tell you how to do it. So go to lunduke.locals.com, and here's the thing: post about it. If you've got a cool command line thing you want to talk about and you think, no one's going to be interested in this really cool command line game that I play all the time. Yes, we will. I'm telling you right now, we will. Oh no, Lunduke, everyone's heard of this particular roguelike that I play and I just absolutely love. They've heard about this one. They don't want to hear about it. No. Take a screenshot, post it, include a link where we can grab it, and put it up on lunduke.locals.com. I'm telling you right now, there's two possibilities here. One is we've all heard about it and we can all celebrate how awesome it is with you. Or two, a bunch of us haven't heard about it, which is probably the case, and now you have just spread joy. So head over to lunduke.locals.com and celebrate Command Line Week with us. I've got some articles coming this week, specifically rejoicing in the awesomeness that is the command line, the terminal, the prompt, the shell, whatever you want to call it. It is just a true, absolute joy in a world where we are inundated with swooping windows and transparent little flat material themed doodads on our screen all over the place. It is absolutely joyous to focus on just text, just ASCII and ANSI art. It is absolutely fantastic, and we're going to go nuts this week. It is going to be both part practical, because I'm sure we will all learn a bit that is useful, and it's going to be part absolutely ridiculous, because some of the useful stuff we learn probably won't actually be useful in your regular life because you probably don't administer a mainframe in the early 1980s. But now you'll have more knowledge about doing that. And probably some of the games that we're going to be playing are probably not going to increase your productivity, but whatever, they'll bring you joy. And that's what it's all about. So lunduke.locals.com. If you boy, the chat just overlaps on part of this slide, doesn't it? Whatever, it's fine. The people who are listening to the audio podcast version have no idea what I'm talking about. Go to lunduke.locals.com and watch the video version. Um, if you go to lunduke.locals.com, that's where all the tech stuff lives. We try to keep things real politics free there. It's just all the tech stuff. If you want to check out the other aspects of the Lunduke Journal, there's nerdyentertainment.locals.com, where we do movie clubs and book clubs and just generally nerd out about nerdy entertainment stuff, comic books and everything else. And then there's conservativenerds.locals.com that is partially covered by the screen right now. But that's the only place where we really dive into politics. We try to get our political venting out over there so that the other places can focus on the tech and the non-political aspects of all the tech stuff. So go grab a subscription, grab at least a free subscription so you can watch the stuff. If you want to take part in everything like Command Line Week, you want to post stuff and comment on things and see some of the exclusive content, you're going to need to become a subscriber. Lots of ways to do that. Go to lunduke.com for all of that good stuff. And most importantly, have a good time during Command Line Week. All right, that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, nerds and nerdettes across the inner tubes, I do declare, end broadcast.